Hello, hello! My name is Callista and welcome back to Pentiment. In the last episode, we listened to Otto's speech. It was really good. He's an excellent public speaker, and it is quite clear that Father Gano, he has not treated the people of Tassing fairly these past 7 years. Now, we were invited back to the Gertners for supper. However, first things first, I want to have a run around town and see if there's anyone else we can speak to. We could speak to Andreas. I want to double check if there's anyone else. Now, I am going to cut through this, so if there is anyone, I'll see you in a minute. Oh, we can go into buildings. We can go into okay, we're checking. We're checking everywhere. That's our hat! That's our hat! Anna stole it when we were listening to, Sabat's stories. And I noticed in editing we never got the hat back. She kept it. Also, this is beautiful. I don't remember this being here in Act 1. Hello, Master Andreas. Hello, Anna. God bless you, Andreas. I'm thankful you returned to Tassing after so long. We prayed so fondly for you after you left. Thank you, Gret. I've kept Tassing in my prayers as well. That's very kind of you. You shouldn't have bothered. I've done well for myself, but Tassing... Oh, you shouldn't have been praying for me. You should have been praying for your shithole of a village. Let's not say that. I do think that Andreas has thought about Tassing. I do think he's thought about Tassing a lot. It seems like Andreas... It seems like his life has gone downhill. And I think, in a way, the turning point was Tassing. It was getting Lucky killed. Everything seems to have just gone downhill from there. Thank you, Gret. I've kept Tassing in my prayers as well. Though it doesn't seem to have done much good. Ah, that's right. You were at Otto's speech earlier. Yes, Tassing's peasants are struggling, and now even we townsfolk are pinched by the abbot's new restrictions. I worry about my husband. He's getting too involved with the whole business. What Gurno is doing in Tassing is wrong, and Otto is standing up to him. You disagree with Ulrich. You're right to be worried. Otto's protests look like the start of a revolt. Ooh. I don't think she necessarily disagrees. It's more that she's worried. She's worried about what could happen. How much does Andreas want to get involved here? Because here's the thing, I think he agrees. I think he agrees with what Otto is doing. He doesn't like Gurno. He doesn't think he's a decent person. The last time we got involved, everything went to shit. We did something that I think haunts Andreas for the, till now. It still haunts him. I don't think he'd want to get overly involved. He agrees with what they're doing, but I don't think he'd want to be personally involved. You disagree with Ulrich? Yes, I do. I love my husband, but sometimes I worry that he focuses too intently on the details. He does not see that he may... Oh, I'm sorry, I was like, what? I was like, it just wasn't going in. He does not see that he may be both prudent and Christian. I pray that I am not acting selfishly, but the abbot's taxes have affected us too. What about Anna's future? Ulrich has been offering credit to Peter for years, which I've accepted, but now... We can only bake so much bread a week before we go hungry ourselves. Can you talk to him, Andreas? Oh, God. Oh, God. We're fucking in someone's marriage again. It's like Agnes and Lucky all over again. I think, oh... This feels like a quest. And the completionist in me is like, oh yeah, we should do this. But... Again, I'm trying to roleplay Andreas here. We drove a wedge between Agnes and Lucky, the wedge being death. I don't think he'd want to. I'd rather not drive a wedge between you two. Oh, Ulrich and I aren't ones to hold anything against each other, but I understand. God bless you, Andreas. Oh, and you, Gret. And it's so sweet that she's kept his hat, and she's repaired it too. Oh, that's adorable. Oh, God. Hello? Ottilia, why are you here? This is a bad idea. I'm going to talk to you first. You're that artist who came here a few years ago, around the time of the murder. Yes, I'm Andreas Mela. True, I came to pay my respects to Brother Piero at the Abbey. Yes, I'm Andreas Mela. Right, I know your name. Are you related to Agnes? Go back far enough, and I suppose so, but no, not really. Around the time you got her husband killed, I lost my home. That bastard, the abbot, took it from me. Agnes took me in so we could help each other. We're sisters in widowed misery. Oh, jeez. The guilt. I didn't get Lucky killed, we kinda did. Glad I could help. This sounds like a wonderful home. I don't like it. Where's the option to say nothing? That'd come in handy right about now. I think that Andreas does believe he got Lucky killed. That's how I want to play him. I think maybe a little bit of sarcasm. I think, you know, some aspects of when he was a young and carefree man still remain. Some of that sarcasm leaching through. This sounds like a wonderful home. It was fine until you arrived. All right, well, I'll see you later. Fine. Oh, I want to do it with this. It's stupid. It's stupid to talk to her, but I'm gonna do it. Andreas, what are you doing here? I wanted to check in, see how you're doing, just saying hello. Are you still mad at me? Yeah, of course she is. We got her husband killed. We got her husband killed. I think Andreas, he would have thought, like, how's she doing? You know, she's a widow because of us. How has that affected her life? I wanted to check in, see how you're doing. How do you think? I lost my husband because of you. You're a widow because your husband killed a man. The Archdeacon made the ruling, not me. Remain silent. I think Andreas has reached a point where he's not... In the immediate aftermath, he was very much like, the Archdeacon did it. The Archdeacon made the ruling. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. I had no fault in all of this. He's reached a point where he's no longer saying that, but he can't bring himself to say, yeah, I did this. This is my fault. I went and told the magistrate or the Archdeacon, you know, all of this, all of Lucky's business. But for me doing that, the Archdeacon probably would have made a different decision. He's not reached that point yet, but he's moved beyond kind of blathering, oh, it wasn't my fault, it wasn't my fault. Well, if you're not going to say anything, get out. And don't come back, Andreas Mailer. Fair. Fair. I'm tempted to go straight back in, but yeah, no, it makes sense. It makes sense that she'd be pissed. Hello. We couldn't enter these places before. Ooh, Stoltz is living fancy. Look at this place. Yes. Oh, Andreas Mailer. How unexpected. Again, it sounds so weird giving this man this voice, but he lives in Tassing, therefore he gets everyone else's accent. Oh, Andreas Mailer. How unexpected. I'm very busy at the moment. Another time? Later then. Okay, fair play. Either making medicine or cooking dinner for himself, maybe? And who's living here? You know, with all of these new places to go, I don't think I'll end up cutting through this. Yeah, I saw this guy. I was like, who's this? This guy is new. I don't recognize him. Salutations. You live in the village, therefore you have to have the accent. Salutations, you must be that wonderful artist, no? Master Andreas Mailer, yes, I suppose. Who are you? Master Andreas Mailer, yes. Wonderful, wonderful. Balthazar Eisenkampf, at your service. They call me Baltus, but call me Baltus, please. It's much more familiar. A pleasure, Baltus. Have you been in Tassing long? Right, are you visiting Tassing long? A pleasure, Baltus. Have you been in Tassing long? Oh, just a few seasons. My cart broke down and I found the place so charming I decided to stay. I enjoy the quiet, but I must say I do miss the company of other intellectuals. Usually the good Dr. Stoltz and I whittle away the hours in the evenings. So naturally, when I heard a well-known artist had returned, I was beside myself. I'm always pleased to meet a like-minded individual. What do you do? So you're an artist then? And what do you do exactly? This guy's a little full-on. It's clear that Andreas doesn't necessarily view himself as all that. His success hasn't brought him any joy. So yeah, we'll go with this one. And what do you do exactly? I'm an inventor of sorts. Really? What do you make? All sorts of things, young man. Mechanical clocks of all sizes, metal mice that skitter about, even light without flame. Truly impressive, Baltus. I can't see how any of that would be useful. You can't see how a clock would be useful, you know, to tell the time. Light without flame, you can light up a building without the risk of setting it on fire. Metal mice that skitter about. I mean, that a children's toy. Keep the kids entertained while you go about your business. Entertain your cats, like... This seems plenty useful. Truly impressive, Baltus. Thank you, Andreas. I knew a fellow artist such as yourself would appreciate my work. Ah, well, I must get back to it. You know how it is for us. Called to a higher art. Good luck, Baltus. Until later. Okay, they've got their own inventor now. Lovely. Oh my god, I want the sausages. I want the sausages. God, I could go for a bratwurst hot dog right about now. With some nicely fried onions, bit of mustard. Ooh, that sounds delicious. I'm making myself hungry. I shouldn't do this. I really shouldn't do that. Okay, so this is locked off. And, oh, hello, you're back out. God bless you, Andreas. Let me in. Let me in. Ooh. Okay, demons are helping make cheese. Excellent. This is stunning. This is a bit weird, but this is stunning. A painting of the Virgin Mary. What does the labyrinth symbolize? This must be the labyrinth the church is named after. Interesting. Why is it named after a labyrinth? Why is this place named after a labyrinth? A painting of the Virgin Mary. What does the labyrinth symbolize? We get no answers, apparently. There is only confusion. I assume this must be Sister Amelie. So I'm not seeing a confessional booth. Are they just having confession out in the open? She could hear. She 100% can hear everyone's shit. I'm keeping my eye on you, Sister Amelie. I'm keeping my eye on you. Oh, and hello. Bless you, Master Mailer. Everyone's houses are opening up to us. And I'm going to be... Oh my god, he's grown. They have a gun. I swear, if someone gets shot... Oh my god, he's like a proper young man. Hello, Master Mailer. Hello, Paul. And meet Casper, my assistant. Oh, hello. Do you work with Master Mailer? Have you done real art? I guess. I've been doing sketches of Tassing while we're here. All art created from the artist's heart is real art, Paul. It took me years of practice to make what I thought was real art, Paul. You're better off working the mill, Paul. The life of an artist is a life of just because things have gone badly for us doesn't mean it's going to go badly for everyone else. All art created from the artist's heart is real art, Paul. You don't need fancy paints or canvases to be an artist. You think so? Oh, hello, Staub. You were called Staub. I think this was Staub. You think so? Sure. How's your art going? Shh! Not where Dad can hear. Oh, right. How's the art going? I've been practicing a lot more. Klaus even showed me a big book full of prints. He said they used a technique called woodcutting. Have you ever done woodcutting, Master Mailer? No, I spent most of my time learning the finer techniques of oil painting. I wish Dad would change his mind about art. Maybe one day, Paul. You never know. Just keep your head down, all right? I mean, he might, he won't. I've known men like Lendhart. He'll never change his mind. He is completely convinced of his own superiority and correctness. But you never know. Maybe one day, Paul. You never know. I hope so. I should get back to helping my dad. See you later, Master Mailer. See you, Casper. Until then. Oh my god, seeing the children grown up is really... It is Staub! Hello. But yeah, seeing the kids all grown, it's so weird. Cool, but weird. Oh, and he's a good boy. And there you are. Andreas, welcome back to Tassing. Hello, Lendhart. How's the mill? Lendhart, be polite. Be polite for Paul's sake. Hello, Lendhart. How's the mill? Sturdy as ever, just like me. You look well. Not stuck with the Gertners this time, eh? No, I'm staying in the Abbey's guest house. The Gertners are lovely people, Lendhart. I don't want to burden them, as I'll only be here a few days. We defend the Gertners. We defend them with our lives. The Gertners are lovely people, Lendhart. I don't want to burden them, as I'll only be here a few days. Whatever you say. You have such a curious fascination with the peasants. Probably because you don't have to deal with them as often as the rest of us. Anyway, you should come by sometime. I'm sure we'll have a lot to discuss. Good day, Andreas. Good day. No. No, I would happily have dinner with your son and your wife. They seem lovely. You, no. And yeah, there's no one out here. These are clearly drawings that Paul has done more recently, and they're beautiful. They're lovely. I'm only going to go so far as the meadow. I don't think anything will have changed up in the Abbey. I think everything will still be locked off to us there, so I'm just going to have a run around the actual village proper. Hello. Good day, Master Mailer. Good day to you too, Killian. Hello, Andreas. Yeah, the fancy guy's still here. Who is this? Hello, Andreas. He's so fancy with his feathered cap. Hello, Master Mailer. Interesting that she was speaking out saying, oh, no, we shouldn't go off against the abbot. Then I was going to say she's in kind of an odd middle ground, but is she? The monks aren't going to be coming in here for a drink, so it's not like they're her customers. Although maybe, then again, why would nobles be visiting the abbey? Their scriptorium has closed. I mean, if you were visiting for religious purposes, maybe, you might stop at the inn, have a meal, you know, spend the night there, but then they've got a guest house that doesn't seem to be used all that frequently. I don't know. I'm quite curious as to why she was like, yeah, no, let's side with the abbot. And hello. Hello. I assume things went well for you two. Hello, Andreas. Hello, Master Mailer. Hi. Hello. Are you Helena's daughter? I'm Martha. I'm Andreas. Nice to meet you. All right, I'm going to go. Fair play, Martha. Fair play. Andreas Mailer. I never thought I'd see you back here again. Neither did I. I came back to pay my respects to Brother Piero. I'm sorry. I didn't know the man, but I heard others speak well of him. How've you been, Helena? Well, little Martha managed to survive since your last visit, thank God. But lately, not so well. You must know about the taxes we have to deal with. Otto is trying to make the abbot see some sense, but I'm worried he's playing with fire. Carl and Peter and the other farmers support him, but it's dangerous to provoke the Duke. Anton's still too young to get mixed up in all this, and we have Martha to look after now. It sounds like the peasants can't really survive with the way things are. Maybe the townsfolk can talk them down. Things already feel like they're getting out of hand. Yeah, here's the thing. Okay, the peasants can't survive here. So the peasants leave. And then the townsfolk won't be able to survive because the peasants, they do a vital job. They provide things for the town. They provide the raw resources that those who are more skilled, like the bakers, you know, the peasants provide the raw resources that those more skilled turn into actual products. With the peasants gone, the raw resources are gone. So then the townsfolk are fucked. And then they're gonna leave, and then that just leaves the abbey like, oh, where are all our taxes gonna come from now? No one's living there. It sounds like the peasants can't really survive with the way things are. It's going to be a hard winter for certain. But I'd take a skinny husband over a dead one. I pray nothing happens to him. Now then, I'd best get back to my work. Until later, Andreas. Until then. So I'm assuming, because this lad looks old, so I guess maybe they had one son, and then they'd had a few miscarriages. And this is the little lass that she was pregnant with the last time we were here. That's my assumption. Oh, I'm glad she survived. I'm glad everything went all right there. Let's check in on the Bowers. Oh, hello. Is your husband still alive? I'm not seeing him. You were a prick. Your husband were a right prick, madam. Andreas? Andreas Mailer? Hello, cat. Well, would you look at that? You are back in Tassing. And look at you. You've done well for yourself. And who's this? A cat. Please meet Casper, my apprentice. Hello. He's got the posture of an artist, that's for sure. Good strong face, though. I do? What brings you back to Tassing, Andreas? Just passing through on the way back to Nuremberg. How have you been, Cat? You seem well. I saw Martin earlier. I must say I was surprised to see him. Now I want to ask about her. She had such a bully of a husband. I'm not gonna lie, I hope he's dead. I hope he's dead and she is free and she can live her best life. How have you been, Cat? You seem well. I feel well. The past few years have been challenging, but I am stronger now for the Lord's trials. Oh, No! I was so focused on this, I was like, hell yeah, France died. He left his wife and his daughter-in-law and his grandson in peace. But then, again, he would have been so little. He was a baby. If they had a harsh winter, that'll kill off a little kid. In this time period, at least. I mean, and in modern day, if they've got negligent parents. I'm so sorry for your loss with Wolf. I'm so sorry. Good job on France. You deserve better. You deserve better than a bully of a husband, but I am so sorry for the loss of your grandson. France passed a few winters ago, then Wolf. Brigitte and I nearly lost the farm and our mines. He was gone for a few years. What the I mean, it's good that he's a changed man. Also, I should just say, I did look up in between episodes, so you can grow out of hay fever. It's something like 10% of people grow out of hay fever. So, now here's the thing. There are two ways I could take that. One, it's a red herring. Martin grew out of hay. I'm sorry. It's really hot in the back room and it's starting to get to me. It could be a red herring. He grew out of his allergy. Or it is an actual clue, in which case I'm like, okay, what's going on with Martin then? Martin left for a few years, apparently. He came back. He's got a completely different personality, and he no longer has this allergy. And I'm just suspicious. Sus. Like I said, I'm not entirely sure which way to take it. It could be a red herring. It could be a simple red herring. He grew out of his allergy, but I don't know. I don't know. But Martin returned shortly after, and he's proved to be a changed man, a good man. He saved us from destitution. I'd been wondering where Wolf was. I'm so sorry, Cat. My condolences on Francis. No, fuck France. I'd been wondering where Wolf was. I'm so sorry, Cat. Oh. I don't know what else to say. I'm sorry. There is nothing to say, is there? He was a good boy. A sweet, good little boy. The stars dimmed when he passed. But that was years ago now. Oh, there goes my timer. Excuse me. There we go. I'm assuming that's try. Yeah. But that was years ago now. I try not to dwell on it. To be strong for Brigitte and to find solace in the knowledge that he is with God now. Times may be hard and taxing right now, but God truly does answer our prayers. I'm glad you and your family are well kept, despite everything. Thank you, Andreas. It truly is good to see you again, even in the midst of such terrible times. Until later, Cat. Until then. I'll have a chat with Martin and Brigitte, and then I'll bring this episode to a close. Andreas Mailer, good to see you again after all these years. I'm surprised you'd say that. Your parting words to me back then were hardly kind, and you as well. Yeah, he is so very different. I'm surprised you'd say that. Your parting words to me back then were hardly kind. Were they? It's been so long, I don't remember. You told me to eat shit. It was pretty... No, you told me to eat shit. Oh God, that's bad. I was such a little shit. Well, sorry for being such an asshole back then. It seems like you've learned a lot since then. It's nothing to feel bad about. It was a long time ago. No, it's... I want... He looks... Again, it's so hard to say because Martin was really only in the very beginning of the game, but I think he looks similar, I think. You know what, I want to look up a picture of him right now, but I'm worried about spoilers. So in between episodes, I'm gonna rewatch that episode with Martin. I think it would be episode 2. I think that was where we met Martin for the first time. I'm gonna go and rewatch that. But from what I remember, it looks like Martin. His personality has done a complete 180. He no longer has his allergy. Here's what I'm thinking. If this isn't a red herring, then what is it? What's going on with Martin? I was going to make the joke, maybe he got hit on the head and it completely scrambled his personality. That wouldn't get rid of his allergy, though. The only other thing I can think of is that it's a doppelganger. Someone who looks like Martin but isn't actually him. But then, to be blunt, why? It's not like Martin is a nobleman. with this really cushy life. Why would someone want to steal Martin's life? I don't know what to make of this. I don't know what to make of this. It's going to turn out to be a red herring. I swear down, it's going to turn out to be a red herring. He just got over his allergy and I'm overthinking this for no reason. It seems like you've learned a lot since then. 7 years is a long time for a young man, especially one going through what I was. What happened to you anyway? Oh, right. You know I stole some of the Baron's things. I didn't make it far with them. That to me indicates that it's actually Martin. Because how would someone know this? You know I stole some of the Baron's things. I didn't make it far with them. I tried to sell them. Is that a spelling error? No, it isn't. Okay, Wolgau? Maybe? I tried to sell them in Wolgau and I got robbed. Serves me right, I guess. Luckily, they didn't find the coins I was carrying. The money carried me around Bavaria for another month and a half. Then I started stealing. I grew bigger and more confident over time and became a highwayman. Flippin' heck. You were a bandit. You were lucky you didn't get killed. Flippin' heck. Martin, what the hell is wrong with you? You were a bandit. Hard to believe, I know, but yes. Anyway, it didn't last long. I eventually got scared out of it. I had a partner for the last year of my adventures. We tried to rob some Italians. We thought they were merchants travelling under the banner of St. George. But they were soldiers guarding money from the Bank of St. George in Genoa. Exactly, I learned that later. My partner didn't survive the encounter. I was wounded and alone in the wilderness. I thought of my father, my mother, Brigitte. I realised I couldn't remember Wolf's face anymore. I had to come back and take up the responsibilities I had left behind. It's good that you did, for everyone's sake. Was coming back difficult? Responsibilities are overrated. No, it does seem like he pulled them out of the shitter. It's good that you did, for everyone's sake. You may be right. Mom and Brigitte couldn't run the farm after Dad died. Maybe it's for the best that he wasn't here when I got back. It's all in the past now. Just need to look forward. That was quite a speech you gave back at the Commons. That's a good attitude. I'll talk to you later, Martin. That was quite a speech you gave back at the Commons. He needs support. The townsfolk aren't as committed to opposing the abbot. They have less to gain and more to lose if the abbot chooses to get the Duke involved. Anyway, I have to get back to work. Good talking to you, Andreas. All right, until later. And Brigitte. Hello. Hello, Andreas. Hello, Brigitte. How are you? Hello, Brigitte. I'm surprised you knew I was back. Everyone seems to know. It's gone around the town. Hello, Brigitte. How are you? As well as anyone can be in Tassing right now. It looks like things are going well for you. Martin returned after all. Well, no wonder with Martin back in... No. Let's not be shitty about him. It looks like things are going well for you. Martin returned after all. Yes, the winter without him was excruciating. Especially after what happened to Dad. I lost little Wolf, and Kat was worried that she'd lose the farm after France died. But then Martin returned, and he's provided well for us ever since. Despite the tightening restrictions, we've gotten by. I'm thankful. That's wonderful to hear. I'm happy for you. That's nice. I'm sorry. Yeah, we should give our condolences. I'm sorry to hear about Wolf. Thank you. I try not to think about it. You don't want to remember him? Nod regretfully. He could just be being empathetic here. He could just be being empathetic, but he had such an odd reaction to Cat. Giving our condolences about Wolf to Cat. There was that odd pause. I'm starting to think that Andreas knows this pain personally. He is having a really... It's not odd to be upset about the death of a child, even if it's not your child. It's not odd to feel upset when learning about the death of a child, but this is... To be blunt, this is a video game. And I expect lines of dialogue, especially in a mystery game, to serve a purpose. Now, that purpose could be a red herring, or it could be a clue. I don't know why they'd be giving us red herrings about the main character. Cat wants to talk about him all the time, you know. Any night there's clear skies, she looks up and asks if I ever wonder how he is up there. That must be excruciating. Yes, it is. I'm sorry, Andreas. I can't talk about this anymore. My mistake. Oh. Was that a good idea? Why did you think she'd want to talk about her dead son? Were you trying to hurt her? Does it feel good to you, hurting the wounded? Jesus. No, I was trying to be kind. I mean, that was my thought, you know, giving your condolences. No, I was trying to be kind. Does she seem like she has been gifted with a kindness? No. You want someone to talk about... This is personal. This is personal. You had a kid. Oh. You wouldn't want someone to talk to you about it. That's why you don't mention it. I can't take this anymore. You can. We say these things even though the reminding inflicts immense pain. We say these things because it's the only way through. I'm sorry, I don't know what else to say. Then say that. But will it make any difference? This is personal. Oh, Andreas. Andreas, I am so sorry. I think he'd drop it. He'd just drop it. My mistake. It's been good to see you again, but I should be going. Until later. Until then. Oh. That was interesting. That was very, very interesting. However, I will bring this episode to a close right here. In the next one, we speak to the Bowers, but until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.